Hi, this is Dr. Mark Hyman. Welcome to my weekly house call, your chance to ask me your questions. And this week's question is, Dr. Hyman, I have rheumatoid arthritis. Is there anything I can do besides take these powerful drugs with lots of side effects? Well, the answer is yes, you can. In fact, it requires a completely new way of thinking about health and disease called functional medicine. It's an approach that rethinks disease by looking at the cause, at the why, not only the what. In fact, there are so many people with autoimmune disease. There's 80 million if you add them all up from all sorts of diseases, whether it's rheumatoid arthritis or lupus or Hashimoto's thyroiditis or Raynaud's, you name it. There are so many autoimmune diseases that now, in fact, more people have autoimmune disease than have cancer, diabetes, and heart disease combined. And it's cost twice as much to take care of these patients every year than it does to take care of cancer patients. So what are we doing wrong, and why are there so many people with autoimmune disease? Not just what disease do they have, but why? Well, it's really a critical question. And the answer lies in figuring out what the drivers of disease are. What's making your immune system so pissed off, right? Is it something that just randomly happens to you? Do you just randomly wake up with MS, or randomly wake up with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, or randomly wake up with lupus or rheumatoid arthritis? The answer is no. There are real causes that we've identified for autoimmune disease. And in functional medicine, there are basically 5 causes of all disease. And these causes interact with your genes and with deficiencies or imbalances that you have in things that you need to thrive. So what are those things? There are toxins, there are microbes or bugs, there are allergens, there's poor diet and stress. And those things interact with your body and your genes to create insults that your body's reacting to. And on the other hand, you have to look at what it takes to create a healthy human. What are those ingredients for health? Food, the right whole fresh food, real food, the right nutrients. You need perhaps sometimes a balance of hormones, light, air, water. You need sleep, you need movement, you need connection, love, meaning, purpose. All of those are the ingredients for creating a healthy human. So when you have too much of the bad stuff and not enough of the good stuff, your body gets out of balance. And one of the major things that happens is inflammation. So I've seen so many patients over the years with autoimmune disease that have remarkable recoveries using this approach. I just recall this one little girl named Isabel who was so cute. She was 10 years old. She had inflamed everything. She had what we call mixed connective tissue disease, which is everything's inflamed. She had all sorts of autoantibodies in her blood. Her liver was affected. Her skin was affected with rashes. Her joints were affected. Her white blood cells were affected and red cells, so she had low levels of cells. And she had all sorts of other issues. Now, rather than give her more drugs, which her doctors were doing, giving her steroids and chemo drugs to shut off her immune system, I'm like, why is her immune system so pissed off? And it turned out she had a horrible diet, tons of sugar, which is inflammatory. She ate lots of dairy, had lots of antibiotics, which can destroy the gut and create a leaky gut and cause yeast problems. And she also loved sushi since she was about 3 years old and was eating tons of sushi. So when she came to me at 10, she had an overload of heavy metals and mercury. So rather than give her more drugs, I took away the bad stuff, cleaned up the bad foods in her diet, got her off of gluten and dairy, which are inflammatory, fixed her gut, got her to clear out the yeast with an antifungal, put in probiotics, a few basic nutrients to help balance her immune system, fish oil, vitamin D, and probiotics. And it was remarkable. Within 2 months, dramatic improvement. Within a year, all her lab tests were normal, her symptoms were gone, and she was off all her chemo drugs and her steroids, which are suppressing her immune system. So when you step back and you look at the body as a whole system, and you look at the things that cause inflammation, and you get rid of them, and you look at the things that your body needs to actually calm down inflammation, that are anti-inflammatory, the right nutrients and so forth, you can really get rid of so many people's chronic autoimmune disease and inflammatory disorders. So I encourage you to check this road out and send us your story. How did you deal with your autoimmune disease? What are you doing? What's working? What's not working?